And welcome to Lakeside Raceway in Brisbane and of course round 5 of the Shell Australian Touring Car Championship. Holden very well represented at Lakeside today. Peter Brock is here. Thomas Mazera, who got away this morning in the Peter Jackson Dash. Got away, that's correct, got away on the grass and finished last. He'll do it fairly tough today out of position number 6. Mark Oastler, our man in the pits today. Mark, Freddie Gibson not too happy about the 100 kilo additional weight.
He's certainly not happy about it, Michael, and it's been a long time, as you say, since we've seen the Nissans out of the top 10. I think the accusations and the criticisms about Nissans sandbagging has really reached boiling point this weekend at Lakeside.
Okay, Mark, we'll follow that and you'll bring us all the action from the pits. Off the line goes Bow. See ya! Perkins down the outside. Longhurst goes after him. Mazera tries to fight down the inside, as you'll see here. Mazera in amongst a whole wall of cars, and there's one going out. Mark Gibson, the GIO Commodore. They parked the Nissan this weekend and elected to run with the Commodore. He'll need to get back on the track and in a hurry. Out of the carousel. Looks like Pitt Street Friday afternoon around 5 p.m. But it's Bow in front. Moving up very quickly into the second spot was Larry Perkins, who got a brilliant start, Alan Moffat.
Yes, he did, mate, and Colin Bond absolutely stood on the start line. John Bow got an immaculate start. Absolutely one of the best starts I've ever seen John take off the front row. But certainly Larry Perkins shot from the third row of the grid up into second spot, and he's going to be very hard to get by from Tony Longhurst. Compliments to Larry Perkins. He's only run this car twice this year, twice in the top 6, and here running a very strong second.
Looks like Dick Johnson may have a flat tyre. He's headed for the pits, coming in for a quick changeover now.
He is all over Bow like a rash, and look at Tony Longhurst just hanging in there waiting for either of these two in front to make a mistake. That's not likely, I wouldn't think, but he's hoping. And if he gets onto John Bow's tail, well, memories of Winton will come flooding back.
Yes, but they better not come flooding back too quickly, because Winton cost Tony $5,000 for his efforts for that. No, we can't get any closer than that. Larry is definitely, he's a charger this weekend. He's got the bit between his teeth. He was very proud of his position yesterday. Held off a reasonable position in the dash this morning. And here he is in the lead of a Group A touring car race. A great run, Larry Perkins.
Look at the crowd, Wilco, as he stretches it across the line. They're all standing, waving, as Lightning Larry takes the Castrol Commodore down to the carousel, and keep an eye on Tony Longhurst.
Terrific job by Glenn Seaton getting up to 4th place in the race. Still got a lot of work to do to haul in the top bracket. Mark Scaife, of course, running in 5th. Second in the BMWs, Alan Jones slotted in right behind him.
Pokes the nose again down on the inside. Longhurst side by side, door handle to door handle here with John Bow, and passes him on the inside just as he gets beneath the Dunlop Bridge, runs downhill to Hungry Corner. Will Larry Perkins be next?
Superb driving. Very, very patiently sat in the slipstream. And I believe John Bow just got a little bit wide coming out of the carousel, and that's all Tony Longhurst needed.
AJ keeping right on the tail of Jimmy Richards' Winfield Nissan as they go beneath the Dunlop Bridge and come down. See if Jonesy goes the inside. Yes, he does. So we're seeing Tony on the outside and now Alan on the inside. Great little passing area for the BMWs.
Now Tony will monster Larry. He won't put up with too much hindrance here, but by the same token, if he touches that Commodore, he's going to come off second best. That's 1,300 kilos of very firm metal sitting there.
Well, Larry's been all fired up here. Here comes Longhurst. Oh, got him. Yes, what a beautiful maneuver, and so simple the way he did it.
Well, the BMWs were outstanding here last year. They're carrying another 20 kilos more this year than last at this stage of the season. But Lakeside is home territory for Frank Gardner, Tony Longhurst and the Benson and Hedges team. Brakes, as Alan has said, may well be the problem.
This is very dangerous there, Michael, coming through that left-hander. They're doing over 220 Ks, and just the slightest amount of misjudgment. And John getting a little bit annoyed with Larry there. He's certainly...
Larry will drive him off the damn racetrack if he pulls too much of that stuff on.
Well, that allowed Mark Scaife to move up one notch.
That cost John his endeavor there. He's pushed the front guard onto his own tire. He got a little annoyed. He didn't show the patience that Tony Longhurst exerted and had to put up with for many laps. And you just can't nudge
We take our race cam sitting on the top of Glenn Seaton's Peter Jackson Sierra. He's mixed up in all of this. Oh, there goes one of those little Corollas, I think it was, off the racetrack, right caught up in that massive cars.
I'm very concerned about John Bow's tire. He must know himself. He can see that smoke. I hope he knows how much rubber is sitting on that Dunlop tire, but not the kind of place you want to have a blowout. But he's coming back at Larry. He's not giving up. He's going to try it again. And this time he's actually right up alongside. He's going to do the same move that Tony Longhurst executed and has managed to do it.
He can possibly get down. You can see him 2 cars ahead on the inside, and that's exactly what he did to Perkins. So Alan Jones storming through. He's been able to pass quite a number of them. Coming off the hill now, we're looking for the checkered flag as they come down. Tony Longhurst in the Benson and Hedges BMW. The checkered flag is out. David and Goliath. Round 1 here today has gone to David. Across the line into second spot will be Mark Scaife in the Winfield Nissan. Third will be John Bower in the Shell Sierra. Alan Jones finishes 4th in the second of the B&H BMWs. Richards 5th, Seaton 6th, and Larry Perkins 7th. What's that, a Brock Boater and a Dick hat? Right at the back this afternoon, Larry Perkins, Mark Scaife, Kevin Waldock, Terry Finnegan and Bob Jones, all because of tyres, Alan Moffat.
Yes, they've scuffed their tyres beyond repair in the first heat, and they've asked for replacement tyres. They've been granted that, but they suffer the indignity of starting from the back of the field, plus a 10-second delay. So we've got a double start.
Long 10 seconds, but Bow gets off the line, and there goes Richards down the outside. See ya, boys. 4-wheel drive. Just zooms off the start as everyone thought he would. John Bow immediately drops into second. Next is Tony Longhurst, and right behind him is Alan Jones. Those starting from the back of the field have got a lot of work to do. They have to be careful in the opening couple of laps of this race. Perkins trying to come through the pack. There's Johnson. He's lined up in car number 17 after problems earlier today. They're through the carousel on their way to the Dunlop Bridge and the run downhill to the left-hander at Hungary Corner. Wow, race cam in Dick Johnson's car shows it all. As Johnson gets away from Colin Bond, that was through Hungary Corner. Keeping in mind that Dick hasn't had the best of days so far, but they've been able to repair the car.
He may be a little bit tippy-toeing on his own tires, but Dick thrashing there now, using every little bit of the track and onto the slipstream here. Not particularly nice place to have to do it, but good on you, mate. Nailed him.
Good pass too.
Very good pass. And now we'll take advantage of brakes, and Bronchi looming up for another go, but he'll lose his momentum through the chicane here.
I reckon Tony would be better off sending Bowie up for a pass on the inside if he could get him at the end of the front straight, because I'm sure John's convinced, well, ever he protects the entrance to Hungary, he's got Tony under control.
And Jim Richards just ahead of them now, starting to overhaul some of the slower traffic. So this is going to make it interesting for Bow and Longhurst as they get mixed up with these other cars.
Yeah, Richards is starting to disappear now. So he gained another car length or maybe two over in the last 2 laps.
Oh,
Here's
look at
Wilmington.
this. This is beautiful.
Got him.
Down the inside.
Snooker.
Bad play, snooker, Gary, exactly. Not even in off. That was a beautiful snooker. And Tony found John Bow asleep at the wheel. Should have seen that on the horizon.
And now he's got Alan
Wilmington.
Jones all over him.
Yeah. Yeah, great little passing move here from Tony Longhurst. I tell you, poor old JB will hang his head in shame in the transporter later. Here comes Paul Morris through on the inside. He's driving a splendid race. The third of the B&H BMWs. There's now AJ moves up on the tail of Johnny Bow. Dust everywhere here at Lakeside, and that is Jimmy Richards in car number 1, who appeared to have a brake lock-up. He went off the circuit on the approach to the carousel. Now Richards is trying to claw his way back. Tony Longhurst has taken off like Tony the Tiger. He's put space between himself and the rest of the field so far after Richards. Let's have a look at the replay. We take the Nissan race cam out the back of Jimmy Richards' car, and he got the tail out.
Got wide on the exit of the right-hander and just rode it out, and great driver that he is, he didn't hit that wall. Anybody else would have spearheaded themselves right into the bank, but he saved it. But naturally, Tony slipped by.
Dick Johnson carrying out Dunlop race cam. Just behind him is Glenn Seaton. We'll spin it around and have a look what Dick's doing.
And just ahead of him, Kevin Waldock.
Kevin locked up one on the way in by the look of it. Meanwhile, AJ works over John Bower. Jones looking for a third spot on the rostrum here today. Now, he pokes the nose down on the inside. Oh, it sent him on his way.
I was waiting for that. Tony wasn't doing that. He'd earned his first 5,000 last round at Winton.
Deary me.
That was a little cheeky on Allen's part. Down under brakes here now. Car bobbing a little bit. That extra weight certainly making the springs work for themselves.
There's Jimmy at work. Meanwhile, Paul Morris in the third of the Bimmers has actually got a feeling that he might challenge Jonesy.
Yeah, well, I hope that's all he has is a feeling.
Here is Tony Longhurst. Last corner coming up. The dream team, the Benson and Hedges squad, coming out of the last corner, and it has been a fantastic day for Tony Longhurst. 2 heats, and he's come up a winner twice here today at Lakeside. Second spot is going to go to Jimmy Richards in the Winfield Nissan GTR, and third will go to Alan Jones in the second of the Benson and Hedges BMWs.
A brave fight from Mark Scaife, I must say, in the first round. Yourself in the second heat, and I'm not criticising your diet, but maybe you're a little overweight.
We are a little overweight, but unfortunately it's not the driver.
Listen, you've got yourself in a little tangle here on the kink.
Yes, we sort of take the kink flat out now. With the extra weight, it just bounced the car too far off the circuit and I ended up on the grass, so I had to sort of put the brakes on the grass, which wasn't too good.
Well, we're certainly getting plenty of close racing.
Yes, we are.
Tony Longhurst, congratulations, BMWs today. Yourself in particular put up a phenomenal performance.
Yeah, I was pretty pleased when my mate that doesn't make too many mistakes slipped off. I think he would have been a hard guy to pass. Now, I believe the rules are very close now, and I'm just so pleased to be up there again.
Let's take a look at the points table, how they are after round 5. Mark Scaife is your leader, 133 to 126 Richards. Seaton on 104, Longhurst 90 and John Bower 81.